Hey guys, Samuel here, and I want to talk about something. The console community's death is inevitable. It's going to happen. I've been on YouTube a long time, a very long time. I've been on YouTube since I was 15 fucking years old. That was 5 years ago. 20 fucking years old, and all YouTube communities suffer the same fate. It's weird, but it's true. And it's so odd that that is the case. The atheist versus Christian community. That was one thing that I thought was hilarious. It started this trend. And unfortunately, the situation that happened there is horrible. I shouldn't have said that what happened to the community was hilarious. The reason I think that is because both sides were stupid as fuck. And the only people who got out of it were TJ, also known as the Amazing Atheist. Whoa, I can't talk at 4 in the morning. The Amazing Atheist. And Thunderfoot. So those are the only two guys that made it out of that fucking community without either disappearing or committing a crime or embarrassing themselves off the website. Damn. I'm going to have to have my aspartame in order for me to fucking function properly at this time period. If you don't know the situation there, it basically laid the line out for how communities end. The community started out, hugest thing on YouTube, big bumble, people were talking, making videos, vlogging, all this shit. Then people started to attack people, and trolls entered the community, and it then got really spicy and really juicy. People loved it. Fucking tons of views everywhere. The two main protagonists, I forget who they were, but I'll get there in a minute. And it was just the biggest thing on YouTube next to all the popular crap that everyone seems to like. And it was just a huge community. People loved it. People subscribed to all these people. It was big drama, big juicy drama, the first drama on YouTube. And then people started leaving the community because it was getting repetitive and old, or people started to do different things, and the community, for the most part, was just a shell. And then a second generation comes in, a new set of people, probably from a website. I think they were from, what the hell was big at that time? I think it was Dig or something like that. A lot of forums and people from Dig joined YouTube and started chiming in on the discussion. And that's really when things went to shit, because all these new people in here, new blood, the attacks got vicious and more nasty, and then a lot of those second generation people started leaving too, or started doing other things, and then of course the big drama happens in the community where someone actually killed someone over shit on YouTube. In the atheist versus Christian community, that happened. When that happened, the community completely collapsed except for a couple people. And that was it. The same thing happened with the Mac versus PC community, except no one died. The Cost started the community here. Cost and I believe it was Moldy Toaster. They started the fucking community here. They were arguing back and forth. Moldy Toaster made a video, what can your Mac do that a PC can't, or whatever the fuck. And Cost replied to that. Cost stirred up all kinds of drama and kept the things going. And it was just a huge group of people like the Cost, DRBUK, Eugene the Blue Hour. They were just a huge group of people. Then the second gen people came in, like me, Sons, James, just a bunch of different people from different communities coming into this, because I was on the Nintendo Evolved forums, and I just got a Mac, and I decided to just join YouTube because I saw the Mac versus PC shit, and I thought it would be a fun conversation to jump in. Started a new account on YouTube, ditched Evil Lizard 91, made Simon's Geek, jumped on that shit, made my account, and I joined in all that drama. And the same thing happened. People started doing other things, including me. I went to gaming, and then some big drama happened where Executioner, said some terrible things in a private Skype call. This recorded it, and it was pushed out to the public. People started doxing each other. People started flagging each other, and it just got really nasty to the point where it was a community no one wanted to be a part of. and you had people like, you know, Emeek stay around, and they started their own thing, and you know the Macintosh one and all those other people started their own thing. But for the most part, that community's crumbled. The only people left are this, and Adobe PC, pretty much. Everyone else either moved on or started their own projects, or are going to school or grew up, or the fuck, and that community's dead. Ranting community, same shit happened. The community started off pretty big. Then, you know, it was Big Al, I think, who started it here on YouTube for the most part. He started the fucking community. Everyone started chiming in, started contributing, started ranting, all this shit. Then you had the second gen people like me and Magus and a couple others that joined in on the fun. And there's all sorts of trolling and shit happen. And then the community eventually just fell through because there was a lot of drama. Some stemmed from me. The first bit of drama that happened in that community was me saying Magus was dead. People believed it, and people got all ass hurt, and that caused a lot of fragmentations in the community. The next thing that caused fragmentations in the community was the fight between Spax and Big Al and all that other shit. And then, you know, that started fragmenting the community, and the community eventually got so fragmented that it was just a ridiculous mess. And people started flagging each other, people started threatening each other, got people's docs. So then the community went to Blip TV and started the commentating community. That was one of the many fragments off the ranting community. And the same thing happened with them. You know, Boomstick and fucking Darkness the Curse started that fucking shit. And, you know, it just went on and on and on and on and on. You can see the pattern here. Now we're at the console community. For the most part, El Presidor and I pretty much started this stupid fucking community. That's the truth. We were the first gens, and, you know, all that drama with me and him happened. And, you know, different people, different parts of our fans started flagging me, started flagging him. We were blaming it on each other, and all this nonsense. And then, you know, we eventually made up, and whatever the fuck. It's just fucking YouTube. It's a fucking website, folks. And then, you know, you had your second-gen people come in like a year or so later down the line. And it was Black Bond and all these other people from the, I think it was the System Wars community. They all came in. And some may argue that Zephyrnix and all those other people, Zephyrnix was one of the first people who did it. He did it on the Xbox 360 and Wii. He was Silvernex back then. And then you had also, and some may also argue that, you know, Chad Warden started it. But really, the community we know today was started by me and El Presidor. Because that's just how it was. The Chad Warden thing was the initial start, but it didn't really start the community. That was a bigger thing at large. It was the entirety of YouTube involved. It was a meme. So it wasn't really what started this community. Because I didn't start making videos, and other people that you know or were involved with El Presidor or any of these people started making videos because of Chad Warden. But that's just that. And, you know, the second gen thing happened, the same drama thing happened. You know, you had people like True Setting You Free going, and now you have all the drama situation with Too Hottie and Infinite Retro and Shokio and all these people. And eventually, the community's going to crumble. You know, I think Blackbuster got flagged down, all that other shit. And it's only a matter of time. Honestly, I'd give this community like 3 months. 3 months, 4 months, at max 5 months before this community is either 2 or 3 people, or people leave YouTube, or people start doing different things all entirely. We've already seen that happen with Brodio, even though he keeps kind of going back to that center. And it's just going to happen. It's an inevitability, because that's how things worked here on YouTube. That's how they always worked on YouTube. And if I remember the political scene, which was before the Christians and atheists, it happened to them too. And then they tried to revive it with, I don't even know what their names were, but I was a part of that community. It was like the 4th gen of the political scene, but still, it's insane. The way things work on YouTube is dumb, and eventually, it'll all happen again. And probably next generation, we'll have a new console war community with entirely different people. And some people may make a resurgence. But you never know. I thought that was going to happen with the Mac versus PC community when Cos came back for a little bit. But, you know, all that threatening and stuff that went on with him and all the anti-Semitic supposed stuff that went on with him with Mr. Bit 10 and all this other crap. You know, it's just, you never know what's going to happen. And the fact is that the COD community and some other fucking communities, I already see this happening too, where they're becoming fragments and smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller, and then eventually it'll just collapse in on itself. But that's just how it is. So, quit making videos on how this community is getting boring. Quit making videos on all this shit. If you really want this community to survive, change fucking stripes. Samuel out.